Finite!
There isn't a single printer I can't fix. Just stop being so stubborn.
Finite!
Wait, how did you do that? Is that some sort of new printer hack? It was like magic.
What are you talking about?
Oh, and by the way, that was brilliant. Who's your manager? Someone might be up for a promotion come the next fiscal quarter, I reckon.
Promotion? I didn't even know the program had promotions. Or that the Ministry of Magic had, the fiscal quarters.
The Ministry of what? Right. And I work in, human resources, I'm sure. Only, this doesn't look quite right. I don't recall ever working in a basement. Only I do, of course. Woke up, headed to work this morning. Car broke down, then my phone. Had to use a phone box just to get someone to tow it. I heard someone's voice asking strange questions, things that didn't make any sense. Then everything started shaking, thought it must have been an earthquake. And somehow I ended up here, where I work, I think. Senior Human Resources Specialist at the Ministry of Magic.
That doesn't sound quite right. It's almost as if you've had a confusing concoction. I knew it! The phrase!
Confusing is right. Need a report sent to Ayana Afolean by end of week. That's me, by the way. CC payroll and legal too.
Explain. Now.
This is Iana Aphalean. Looks like she ingested a particularly potent, confusing concoction and somehow ended up here. Pretty sure she's a muggle.
Obliviate her.
But...
I see. Let me guess. They told you memory charms were far too dangerous for students. Typical Hogwarts.
Well, altering someone's memory is a big deal. I just don't want her getting hurt, or worse.
Then find someone who can handle it. And take her out through the visitor's entrance while you're at it.
Wouldn't it make more sense to...
Do not question my judgment again. Not now. We're in the middle of a crisis. Death Eater attacks. Right on the Ministry's doorstep.
Uh-oh.
Pretty sure I've not seen you before. Are you that new HR generalist hire they mentioned the other day?
Are you certain this is necessary? I mean, she looks too confused to remember any of this anyway.
Everyone needs onboarding on their first day. It is your first day, isn't it?
I'm afraid so. Step back a bit, just to be safe. I don't obliviate people every day, after all. This is usually handled by the obliviators, but they've got their hands full today. Can't risk waiting with a muggle in the heart of their ministry. No wonder Mr. Ward's beside himself. Obliviate.
Are you alright? Can you tell me where we are?
Ministry of Magic, of course. I think we're about to start your onboarding.
I must be more out of practice than I thought. Perhaps another go will do it. What in Merlin's name are they up to out there?
What are we waiting for? Oh, I think I'm supposed to give you a tour of the ministry!
Figures. It's probably the confusing concoction she drank. Still, let's keep this between us. No need for Mr. Ward to hear about it. Third time's the charm. Obliviate.
What's going on with my head? Really sorry, but you may have to do that ministry tour on your own.
As much as I hate to admit it, I'd better stop before causing any lasting damage. We'll take her to the Department of Magical Accidents and Catastrophes. Reversal Squad can deal with this properly. Listen, I know this probably breaks a rule or two, but can you keep an eye on her for a bit? Desperate times and all.
Me? What if Mr. Ward finds out? He'll go mad.
Mr. Ward's already mad about everything today, and for once, I can't blame him. This has been the most unusual circumstance. Besides, she looks harmless enough. I'll seal the door and make sure no one can get in. They still teach basic defensive spells at Hogwarts, don't they?
Yes, but...
Hopefully you won't be needing any of them. Stay put.
This has been quite the first day at the Ministry. Wish I could do more to help.
First days are always a muddle, trust me. Mine was the same. Didn't know where to go or who to talk to, so I read the employee handbook cover to cover 4 times.
Really? That's actually reassuring. Nice to know I'm not the only one who feels useless on the first day.
Don't worry, you're doing fine. The fact you're worried about it means you'll do more than fine at this job. Where were you
Thank you, Miss Aphelion. That means a lot to hear.
Well, glad to help. And if you need anything, just shoot me a message. IT set you up with all the software and accounts, right?
I think so. Who would have thought my favorite Ministry colleague would be a Muggle?
If you're going to lock a door, at least use a proper locking charm. Accio Veritaserum. A few drops of Veritaserum and even the hardiest criminal spills all. Now, tell me. Who put you up to this? And what's their next step after flooding the Ministry with altered, confusing concoctions? Speak, or I'll make you. Let's see if you'll stay loyal to the end. You know what happens to Voldemort's followers, don't you? A team of our best potioneers is already analyzing the contents of your bottles. They suspect these confusing concoctions weren't brewed strictly to recipe. Save us all time by telling us what you changed in the recipe. Or, I warn you, any confession made under Veritaserum will not earn you any merit. Every dark thought, every humiliating memory, all exposed for us to see. Now tell me, what else is in those bottles? Poison? I don't believe that's your decision, young man.
Huh?
The only thing they've proven is their utter recklessness. But at least they're still breathing.
Well, that should prove there's no poison in the bottle. At least as far as they know.
I only wish they knew what's in it. A whole lot of confused Ministry employees are still wandering about in a daze. None of the usual spells are snapping them out of it.
This nonsense has to stop. Now we need every last confusing concoction confiscated and destroyed. And I'll see to it myself until an antidote is developed. You there. Return to Hogwarts at once. You can help by not being so obstinate. Children have no place amidst a Death Eater attack. Comparing yourself to the Chosen One, are you? Is this a challenge to your mentor? A chance to prove yourself, then. Raise your wand.
Stack of Monster Book of Monsters.
Let's go pick up now.
Try. Essence of Dittany. Incendio. Whooping Willow. Incendio. Whooping Willow.
I must admit I am surprised. Very well. You may stay and keep an eye on the Muggle.
It all seems to come back to the confusing concoctions. Abigail's mentor was right. This has been anything but a stroll in the park. My first day in the program, my mentor wants nothing to do with me. I failed to obliviate a muggle. Oh, and the ministry atrium is plastered with Voldemort posters. Well, at least I'm not alone in this disaster. Wonder how Colby and Fisher are getting along. Confused, probably.
This looks like an evidence locker, right? Didn't know we had one, but this could be a blood sample.
Huh?
Wait, we could bring people back from the dead now? That's... What's the point of them then?
I'm guessing someone conveniently skipped the paperwork on a few of these. This must be it. Still got a couple of those confusing concoctions left. There's more here than potions. Talismans and trinkets marked with the Dark Mark. And some newspaper clippings from the Second Wizarding War. I'd better take this whole box outside. Don't want to miss anything.
This file serves as a comprehensive record of investigations, incidents, and legal cases associated with Tom Marvolo Riddle, also known as Voldemort and you-know-who. Riddle represented an unprecedented threat to the wizarding world.
Someone scribbled a few lines on the first page. The ink looks different, but the handwriting matches perfectly.
I've spent my entire career chasing disruptors of law, Death Eaters, and above all, him. Every dark mark, a symbol of ash and blood. Every disappearance, a scream snuffed out in the night. Every act of terror, a trail leading back to him. Trails of blood. Innocent blood. I told myself I would never rest until I saw him brought to justice. Behind bars, shackled, defeated. But then, he fell. The most powerful dark wizard of our time. Disintegrated into a million pieces, carried away by the wind. Is he truly gone? Just like that? I glance over my shoulder, and every shadow is his. Every whisper, every pale, skull-like face in my dreams. those snake-like slits where a man's nose should be. All those years of pursuit, and in the end it wasn't my hand that stopped him. I wonder sometimes, did it all matter? Did I? Now that the defendant is present, let this trial commence. Today's proceedings concern the crimes of Tom Riddle, known to many as Voldemort, whose flagrant disregard for the laws of the wizarding world has brought untold harm and suffering. To illuminate the scale of his atrocities, I present these 3 diaries, each a record of Riddle's heinous deeds and the devastation left in his wake.
It's my 5th year at the Ministry, my 5th typewriter too. Never thought a desk job could become this relentless. So many pamphlets, forms for the Registration Commission too. So many pamphlets, forms for the Registration Commission too. At some point, I just stopped reading whatever they have us print. Mudbloods? Is that what they're calling them now? I'd stop and think, but there's no time, it's too loud in here. It never stops. The whirl, click-clack, whirl, click-clack, thrum! With each thrum, a new pamphlet, ready to compel, ready to control, ready to convert. With each thrum, my heart sinks a little deeper. Does this make me part of it? An accomplice? With each thrum, I edge closer to resignation. Whirl, click-clack, thrum. With each thrum, whispered words between terrified colleagues. They say the Ministry is no longer what it was, that it's now under you-know-whose command. What does that make me then? What does that make me then?
My throat hurts. My eyes feel all scratchy. I cried all day, asking Mummy to take me to the park. I miss my friends. Hush, my love, or they'll take you away from me, she'd always whisper. Mummy's got that frowny face on these days. I don't really know who they are. Mummy won't say. Are they werewolves, or spiders, or giants, or Death Eaters? The grown-ups always talk about them, about the things they did. I keep crying. Now it hurts behind my eyes. I miss the squeaky, creaky noise of that old swing in the park.
Hush, my love, or you know who will take you away from me.
I stop crying. The grown-ups never say his name. They're scared of even his name. I close my eyes and hide under my blanket, but I keep thinking about the things that'd take me away from Mummy. Werewolves, spiders, giants, Death Eaters, and you know who. As I start to fall asleep, I hear fast, stompy footsteps outside the door.
Your wand requires further examination. Please comply. Ah, you must have taken this wand from an unfortunate witch or wizard, have you not?
I can't believe the things recorded in here happened so recently. It just seems like everyone's moved on. Voldemort was defeated by Mr. Potter in the war. It was a victory for the Wizarding World, but I'll bet Mr. Ward feels a bit disappointed he never got to see him face trial. I should give this dossier back to Mr. Ward. He clearly put a lot of effort into it. Excuse me, Mr. Ward. I found this dossier you compiled.
Just the dossier I was after. I've got a few new entries to add. Mark my words, I'll see him locked away, facing Dementors for the rest of his miserable days.
Who are you talking about? And I thought Dementors aren't used in Azkaban anymore.
Is that so? I knew those robed menaces were unreliable. Dumbledore was right all along. I must speak to Minister Scrimgeour at once.
Was Mr. Ward here? Which way did he go?
Yes, just left in a rush, saying he had to find Minister Scrimgeour. But I thought Scrimgeour was...
Scrimgeour? Blimey, it's even got to him then. No one but Mr. Potter would have a chance of tracking him now. If he's gone underground, it'll take all the aura skills in the world to find him. He's a master of covert ops, all thanks to the war.
Huh? Ah! broken free, have you? Still think you work for the Ministry of Magic?
What did you tie me up with? And what on earth is a Ministry of Magic? Are you some kind of cult?
Looks like you're not confused anymore.
I did feel a bit woozy this morning, but nothing a coffee couldn't fix. Horrid taste though, stale, watery. Came in some posh little bottle.
Oh no! What did you drink?
Coffee, of course. What else could it be?
Oh! Hi! Huh?
Oh!
Huh? Mm-mm. Huh?
Um. Um. Huh? Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-mm. Uh.
Huh?
Wow.
Huh? Oh.
Huh? Huh? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Huh?